Hi there, my name is Ryan White for highpointmusic.com.au, and today's video tutorial we're going to be breaking down Talk Show Host by Radiohead. Now this tune was featured in Baz Luhrmann's film Romeo and Juliet and turned out to be one of the band's most popular B-sides throughout their career. So let's jump in and take a look and see how it's all put together. Okay, so for part number one, people, we got 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so our first two steps with this one, people, are obviously our bass notes. Okay, so that's the 6th fret and the 8th fret on the E string. Following on from that, we've got our 3rd and 4th fingers coming in directly underneath our 2nd finger on the G and B string in the 8th frets, okay, there. So our first two steps with our bass note, and then our 3rd and 4th finger on the G and B in the 8th fret. So we hit those two notes twice, okay, after we strike our bass notes. So bass, 1, 2, 1, 2. Moving on to our next part of this, what we need to do here is remove our 3rd finger and take our 1st finger and place it in on the 7th fret underneath it. So that's what it looks like if I remove the bass note from on top. We've just got our 3rd finger here, we remove it, and then our 1st finger's there behind it. So 1, 2, remove our 3rd, place our 1st finger underneath it. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the last note of this, we remove our 2nd finger in the bass, and then our 1st finger comes back and hits the 5th fret on the G string. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it goes without saying, people, once we get through the first two repetitions, all we need to do is just drop off the bass altogether, and we've just got that part just on its own running throughout the track. Okay, before we jump into our next section, people, I just want to take a second to talk about the High Point Music Guitar Fundamentals program. Now, all the proceeds from these courses help me generate more content online and especially on YouTube for our viewers out there. So this course contains a unique method along with a conceptual and systematic approach to learning the fundamental skill sets of contemporary guitar. So if you want to follow the links in the description below over to highpointmusic.com.au, you can check out the High Point Music Guitar Fundamentals program today and take your playing to the next level. Okay, for our next section, people, we've got this. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. Alright, let's have a look and break this part down. Okay, so starting off with our 2nd and 3rd fingers on the 6th fret on the A and D strings. Our 1st finger is going in behind the 5th fret there on the D string, and then our first movement is just practicing this pull off where we pull off our 3rd finger here. So it's 1, 2, 3, like that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So just getting that nice and comfy. Once you've got that movement working well, you just place your 4th finger on the E flat there, which is the 8th fret on the G string. So it's 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. A few more times with this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Last one here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so for part number 3, people, there's 2 parts to it. We're going to jump in and break down the first 2 chords for the first one, and then we're going to add the next 2 afterwards. So starting off with an E flat major triad here, and then a G major triad here, that's going to consist of part 1. So let's check out how we play these voicings. Our 4th finger starts on the 6th fret on the A string. Our 5th fret on the D string has our 3rd finger. 1st finger goes on the 3rd fret on the G string, and our 2nd finger goes on the 4th fret there on the B string there, and the middle 4 strings A, D, G and B, that's our E flat major triad there. Now with this one here, to turn that to a G major triad, we've got our 1st finger laid flat across the G, B and E strings like that. Our 3rd finger's here. We're just going to bring our 2nd finger up, okay, and to the 4th fret on the G string there. Remove our 4th finger on top here, and that's our G major triad like that. So from our E flat, remove our 4th finger, bring our 2nd finger up a string, bottom 4 strings in our right hand. That's our G major triad there. Now that's the first variation on this part. The second variation, people, is a continuation. So we start off on the E flat, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, slide up to a B flat, like that, which is our 3rd finger lined up on the 8th fret on the D, 2nd finger on the 7th fret on the G, and then 1st finger across the B and E strings on the 6th fret there. And then what we do there is just move up to this G7 shape here to finish it off, which is our 1st finger on the B string, 2nd finger on the 9th fret on the D, 3rd finger on the 10th fret on the G, and 4th finger on the 10th fret on the E string. Okay, so moving through those 4 chords one last time, we go E flat major, into a G major triad, up to a B flat major, and then we set up for our G7 here, and after that we're back into. So if you've enjoyed today's video, people, hit that like button, make sure you subscribe to keep in touch with the channel, and don't forget to head over to highpointmusic.com.au to check out that free trial of the High Point Music Guitar Fundamentals program. If you have any other requests or any other Radiohead tunes you'd like me to break down in future tutorials, drop them in the comments and let me know. I'm Ryan Wyatt, enjoy your guitar playing, and I'll catch up with you all in the next video.